One Piece chapter 1106 is here. A lot of unexpected things. I even had a whole video talking about who I expected to show up at the end of the chapter and percentages and all that. Did not matter because Oda fooled me yet again. It wasn't any of the people I expected. And who showed up? It ties in actually quite well. Let's talk about it. Let's not waste any time. It's somewhat of a jam-packed chapter. In regards to specific characters and even talking points around the chapter, it's quite a bit to get to. Let's get to it. Cover art. Robin dresses a crocodile. I mean, she does have history with crocodiles, so this is not a surprise that she managed to dress him in this unbelievable getup. Now I'm starting to wonder, was Robin crocodile stylist? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that would be revealed one day. Either way, seriously, let's get to the chapter now. So there's a ship on the way. We don't find out who's in the ship until the end of the chapter, but I'm gonna spoil it right now. It was Dory and Brogy. Dory and Brogy. Yes, from Little Garden. Yes, that just packed up kid. They are there. Now, I have some reasons as to why they're there, other than the fact that we're going to Elbaf next. Allegedly, because Oda did talk about where we could go and Luffy may not want to go there, and not specifically, but imply. We'll get to the end. Just want to let you guys know that. The ship is approaching, but then we go back to Luffy. Something I want to address, because some people were talking about this, saying they were not happy with Luffy last chapter because everyone is struggling, there's so much going on, and Luffy's just laughing and eating. And I'm just like, yeah, you're looking at it the wrong way. Luffy has to eat because he has to be in tip-top shape because he has a lot of responsibility. And you see, he has to go out to Gear 5. Gear 5 seemingly takes a lot of stamina. He's not just laying there because he wants to. It's because he has to. I didn't understand that. Either way, we follow up with that situation and Luffy, it seems like he's back. He's like, I'm thinking I'm back. And the Marines, of course, as competent as they are, they're like, he ate all that food? We gotta arrest him. He's a Yonko, arrest him. And I'm just like, bro, y'all have been saying that for the past 3 chapters, and none of you guys have touched him yet. Like, what are you doing? I mean, understand, they're not going to arrest Luffy, especially now, because Luffy's back in Gear 5, as expected. I'll talk about why I expected this all along. This is not a surprise whatsoever. He's back in Gear 5. A lot of people's favorite form, a lot of people's not so favorite form for reasons. It's funny because they tried to arrest Luffy after he gets to Gear 5, and it's clearly too late. At this point, it's Luffy's in Gear 5. Who knows what happened to them? All we just saw them, they were just screaming. It's just like, bro, you waited till he is in this form to say, you know what, this is when we should probably arrest him. And the chapter pretty much continued where he left off last week. And before somebody's in the comments like, whoa, the chapter continued where it left. Shut up. Okay, there's a lot of times chapters don't continue where they left off. I don't want to hear it. Chapter continued. They're still falling out of the sky, and Saturn, he's now perturbed, right? He's just so upset, saying, hey, Kizaru, kill him quick. And something's going on because Vega Punk is saying, hey, let Bonnie know. I'm just like, what does Bonnie know that we don't know? And apparently, Vega Punk defied the world government yet again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, surprise, surprise, Vega Punk did something else that he did not think the world government would like, that they did not catch up on, they have no idea about. So while Kizaru is about to kill them, while the pacifists are about to blow them out of the water, out of the air, I should say, Vega Punk reveals something pretty major. He says all the pacifists are programmed to not attack Bonnie, or Bonnie has control, essentially, over all the pacifists, where they prioritize Bonnie's commands over even the Gorosei. It's something that the Gorosei would overlook, considering their level and how they view insects, but man, they overlook so much. That comes with it, where you feel like you have your hand on the pulse of everything that's going on. You feel like you know Vega Punk, you feel like you control him. Vega Punk, W move. I love the move, saying, yo, Bonnie and Kuma, I never want to see them attack each other or be affected by that. And giving them that authority, giving Bonnie that authority. I mean, Vega Punk is a good person. I was questioning it before. He's a good person. He's just really ignorant and unaware at times as to how dangerous the stuff he makes can be. I mean, but this move, kudos, my friend. I mean, this entire raid is falling apart. This Buster Call is turning into a Buster Fall because, I mean, boy, all the Marines are falling. The pacifists are now turned on. I am not scared of this Buster. I know some people were in the chat, like, I know some people last week were in the comments like, Brock, what do you mean you're not afraid? There's so many ships and the anarchy. I'm like, sure, we have a Hulk. I mean, we have a Gear 5, okay? At the end of the day, we have a Gear 5, and now we have giants? Ikoku sovereignty. We'll address. Saturn's reaction is always funny to me because it's almost like if somebody is reading the story and they're so surprised that this could happen, even considering the fact that the sun god, or rather Nika, is here, and he's just like, how could all this be happening? How could insects be this resourceful? Did I underestimate these insects? Yeah, things are going so crazy that they stabbed Stella. They stabbed Vega Punk, and I'm just like, yeah, you guys still need reinforcements. I'm now looking for reinforcements for the Marines because, man, we got you guys. We got you. I don't care how many attacks you fire at Egghead. I don't care how much you try to destroy Punk Records. we got you. It's over. Pack it up. You stabbing Stella? Sure. Whatever. Vegapunk is the man of science. You think he doesn't have a contingency plan if Stella is stabbed? He could turn into a Jarvis type character. He probably wants to be that. You know, the dream that Vegapunk has is to share information. What if he's the nucleus of that, where he doesn't have a physical body, but he somewhat exists? Something like that. Either way, this doesn't bother me because he's Vegapunk, the smartest man in the world by a considerable margin. Yeah, you can kill the body, but the brain is very much alive. But it does feel like a weak or cheap consolation prize considering everything that's happened to the world government so far and everything Vegapunk has done. It's just like, yeah, this probably should have already happened, but Vegapunk is sacrificing himself, which is reinforcing him as a person and what he stands for as a character. He's growing for me, especially because of his satellites. They're a part of him. Something that I missed last week that somebody pointed out is Saturn saying you should have controlled your greed or something to that effect, which goes back to York and York going out of control and how Vegapunk literally should have controlled it, which I thought was super poetic. Missed it, just had to point it out here because chef's kiss. That's just perfect. Saturn's pissed. He's like, yo, Kizaru, kill him quickly. And Kizaru, he's attacking. You know, he makes his move. He attacks everybody that was there. Nobody's really truly fatally affected, obviously. I mean, they got hit. But Sanji looked like he deflected. He got hit in the shoulder and stuff, but he's there seemingly trying to protect some of them. I noticed some interesting Sanji backlash. I didn't notice anything bad. Apparently, because Sanji got hit, people were saying that stocks are down. And listen, I did not understand it. He's up against an admiral. I understand that people don't respect the admirals for whatever reason, but what did people expect for Sanji to do here? I'm not sure because I'm seeing so much Sanji negativity. What? It's almost like the Zoro negativity from last week because Lucci was stalling him. Give these other characters their credit. The story is about the Straw Hats, but the story isn't only the Straw Hats. These other characters get paid too. Right? That's like a saying in sports that the other team gets paid as well because when they do something right, it's like, yo, my team sucks. No, the other team is just good. That's not a problem. It's not your team. It's the other team. What are we talking about? Stop. Kuma's still protecting Bonnie. Here comes Kizaru saying, yeah, I'm just going to kill you guys both at the same time so you can be together. And it's just like, Kizaru, it is so unclear with this guy because one minute he cares. I think he always cares, but one minute he's going all out. It's not going all out. That's a bad way to put it because I think he's been going all out. I think he's been apprehensive, but I think emotions are involved, but he still has to do his job. He's about to cut Bonnie and Kuma in half and Joy Boy is back. Luffy is back, gets Kizaru, decks him with a punch. Kizaru goes flying into rubble. He's like holding his head like, bro, I'm so tired of this rubber dude. This is like my 5th time getting sent flying by this dude. It's just like, bro, is this job pay enough? He starts thinking about his pension because Kizaru's like 58, right? So at this point, he's just like, I'm closer to retirement than anything. What are we doing here? You know, it's almost like when he pulled up in Rayleigh's days, like, oh my God, I'm here to catch some rookies and here comes the Dark King. Luck just isn't on my side today. So Kizaru, he keeps running into issues, man. It's just, that's just the game. That's just the job. And you're up against Nika. Hey, just gotta deal with it, bro. Kinda curious, send him a text. First time. Luffy's back though, and the moment that I had been waiting for that I really appreciated is Bonnie and Kuma seeing Nika. Bonnie's like, yo, is that Straw Hat? Like, what's going on? Because Luffy is in Gear 5, laughing all over, and some people were critical about it. I'll make a video about that, talking about how Gear 5 is affecting the story, good or bad, but some people, not just some, quite a few people are concerned about Gear 5, and it's just, we'll talk about that. But Vegapunk is letting Bonnie know, I know you did not connect the dots yet, but this is Joy Boy. This is the Sun God, right? This is the guy. Sun God Nika. He caught Kuma's eye. Straw Hat Luffy is that person. Kuma was telling the truth. He was correct. And Vegapunk somewhat stopped short from calling Luffy the chosen one, saying people have been waiting for him. You know, Bonnie, she's in awe. She's about to cry. This is everything her dad wanted to see. And she gets to witness it here with him, which is something I was looking forward to. So it was really good to see this here. They reiterated how I felt about the Buster Call, saying the Buster Call doesn't matter when Joy Boy is here. It doesn't matter. And right after that, a huge ship is approaching. The Marines are saying, yo, I thought they died hundreds of years ago. It's them, Dory and Brogy. The Little Garden champions pull up. People don't remember Dory and Brogy. I mean, you remember Dory and Brogy. I don't got good. What? Dory and Brogy show up. They just packed up Kid, and I'm assuming what happened is that after they packed up Kid, they had a short conversation with Shanks. I don't think Shanks sent them there. It's just like, hey, Luffy might be going to Elbaf. Oh, really? Let's go help him. Let's go help Luffy. The Giants, they have somewhat of a connection to the sun and the sun god. The Winter Solstice spoken about in Elbaf, in the Big Mom flashback, where they basically worship the sun, or rather the death and the rebirth of the sun. So Luffy just coming back or reviving at this point could be symbolic for the Giants showing up, because that's kind of of what the winter solstice celebrates. I went back through the Big Mom backstory and just how they had to fast for 12 days before the solstice. Well, they had the festival after the fact. And I'm like, is that going to happen in Elbaf? Because I don't think Luffy's going to last 12 days without any food. And he might develop some hunger pains. I don't know. But the Giants, they have a connection, obviously, to Joy Boy and the sun god. It's cool seeing Dory and Brogy again. Wasn't Dragon, wasn't Shanks, wasn't Blackbeard. Most of those I thought were far-fetched regardless because the motives just didn't align for me. The Grand Fleet was the hardest one and the one that I thought was most likely. This is somewhat a Grand Fleet because of the, this is cool. This somewhat reinforces or reiterates that, hey, Elbaf is going to be important going forward. We may go to Elbaf by the end of this year. But Dory and Brogy being here leads to a lot of conversations about not only the man marked by flames, but of course the sun god, their connection. I would like for something to happen to these Giants considering just how overwhelming the Straw Hat Alliance seems to be at this point. I'd mentioned in my stream that it somewhat feels like when Tama started to change the numbers, I was like, bro, it's over. Like Sanji's about to be queen, Zoro's about to be king. It's just Kaido versus Luffy now. And I do think there's still tension based off of Saturn and what he can do, but he's starting to feel like a cartoon villain where everything is going wrong for him after everything went right. And it's Luffy's time. He's a sun god. He's revived. I didn't even mention the Iron Giant that is back because Gear 5 is back. And that is obviously going to play a part in regards to the future. Unfortunately, we're on break next week. Yeah, we got to wait another couple weeks, but we have a lot to talk about. I'm surprised at the conversations around the chapter, around things that I don't think there should even be conversations around. Good chapter. What the heck is going to happen with Dory and Brogy? Obviously an escort to Elbaf. I really want a third party. More people to show up. Blackbeard parts, I thought that was redundant. There's no need to set that up. It's already set up. When are they going to show up? Because we know they're here. What next? I can't wait. Give me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? What was your favorite part of the chapter? Or how do you feel about Dory and Brogy being the ones to show up? What's next? Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Broggy8. Surprise for you guys. Incoming really soon. I'll let you know what it is. Peace.